Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening show today. Well, in this part of the cricket show, what you're going to look at is we are going to look at Sri Lanka versus New Zealand. That's the only match which is being played. Other than that, I would just have a brief look at some cricket news. So first, let's go to the ground here at the Pisa Stadium, where Sri Lanka, in reply to 412, as you know, they were struggling the previous day on 43 for 3, but they finished, I would say, in a very comfortable position right now. Even though they had to, when they were 43 for 3, probably they would have been eyeing the follow-on, that they need to avoid the follow-on with 212 on the board. But well, they went past that with finishing at 225 for 6 at close of play on the third day, on day 3. That is the third day of this second test match. Now, as far as Sri Lanka were concerned, they resumed at their overnight score. Angelo Matthews and Taranga Pranatana then started pushing the score. They pushed the score on to 102 because they had to really see off the bowlers. They know that Sri Lanka, one more wicket and Sri Lanka would be in dire straits. So Taranga Pranatana and Angelo Matthews really steadied the ship, I would say there, but only just, because at 102 the first wicket fell for Sri Lanka when Tim Southee came into a spell, and that was the very good stand. That was a good stand which was going on within Taranga Pranatana and Angelo Matthews. And Angelo Matthews also unveiled some very good stroke, but Taranga Pranatana was completely he was into total defense. But Tim Southee came onto that second spell and struck it big. And again the Sri Lankan innings started tottering, because what happened was he first picked up the wicket of Taranga Pranatana, was caught by Van Wyk for 40 for 3 boundaries. Angelo Matthews followed him to the pavilion, and he was caught by Guptill of the bowling of Southee for 47 with 5 fours and 1 6. And Prasanna Jayawardene, the wicketkeeper, who's been having a very tough assignment as far as this New Zealand is concerned, because Prasanna Jayawardene normally, whenever the chips are down, he normally plays well, and he also has a good test record. He has been pretty capable, but it was very sad to see that Prasanna Jayawardene once again disappointed the fans when he was gone. This time it was Jeetan Patel, the spinner, picking up his wicket. He was gone for 12, and that made the Sri Lankan score once again started a big wobble there at 128 for 6, and once again Sri Lanka were looking at the follow-on target to really get things moving. But well, for Sri Lanka, there was a savior, Thilan Samaraweera. After quite a long time, as you know, he's one of those perfect test batsmen, and he has some impeccable test record. Finally came to the rescue for Sri Lanka, and he got some very good support from Suraj, the Red Arm off spinner, who came in and batted, and both of them, Suraj Randiv, well, he decided to really play second fiddle to Thilan Samaraweera. And Thilan Samaraweera, as you know, he has some watertight defense. He has a very good technique, so he could tackle the bowlers very well. He also played some very nice shots, and whenever he plays them, it is a real treat to watch. When Thilan Samaraweera actually strokes the ball, it's all classic stuff, you can see, because anyone who is very technically perfect, well, one can say always you can see some classic strokes, and that's what we saw in Thilan Samaraweera. But what was more important for Sri Lanka was that both these batsmen took Sri Lanka not only past the follow-on target, but to safety at close of play at 225 for 6. In fact, the 7th wicket has been a bit stubborn, and it has been frustrating for the Kiwis, because they have added already 97 invaluable runs, according to me, with Thilan Samaraweera not out on 76, only 5 boundaries in that effort, and Suraj Randiv, as I said, they're really giving good support, not out on 34 with 2 boundaries, so 225 for 6. So they're still, now at least the follow-on target is gone, but still it's a big score, 412. In fact, Sri Lanka still need 187 runs to go past that 412 mark, but probably whether that is going to happen, it all depends on this particular pair. They still have Kulashekara can bat a bit, Rangana Herath can hang in there, but what will be very important is the presence of Samaraweera. As far as Samaraweera at the crease, and if he's going to get some support, then Sri Lanka can definitely push towards that. But it is not going to be easy. It's going to be very difficult. We are coming into the fourth day. And look at the bowling figures. Tim Southee, as he came into the second spell and once again started giving Sri Lanka the trouble. In fact, he bowled splendidly. He has been a real feature of the tournament. 19 overs of this particular test series. 19 overs, 3 maidens, 51 runs and 4 wickets in his bag. Trent bowled 17 overs, 5 maidens, 34 runs and 1 wicket, also bowled well. Jeetan Patel got 1 wicket, 22 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 47. Todd Astle, the spinner, also did his job, but he could not get he's making his debut. He's still hunting for his first wicket. 13 overs, 2 maidens, none for 41. Bracewell, 13 overs, 1 maiden, none for 44. And Kane Williamson bowled 2.2 overs, 1 maiden, none for 5. When rain stopped play and the players trooped back to the pavilion with Sri Lankan score at close of play, reading 225 for 6. And as I said, the fourth day is going to be interesting. Whether if Sri Lanka are not going to add much and they are not probably going to succumb, then probably these 4 wickets are not going to add much runs, then probably New Zealand would probably still have a good lead and they might try to put some quick runs on the board and invite the Sri Lankans to go for the target. So that would be very interesting. But yes, we are looking out for an interesting day's play. But how interesting it would be seen if at all the rains really stay away. Well, so now, as I said, this is the only match which should be covered. But as far as cricket news are concerned, I have, not much, but this is a news which is coming in from India, where India have decided to retain the same team that, in fact, they didn't make any changes, even though they lost to England in a very humiliating fashion. They have decided to retain the same team composition. The only change being that there is no Umesh Yadav who is injured and he is out of the third test. Well, other than that, I'm trying to see whether I'm told that Stephen Finn has been playing well. He has been playing for the performance squad there and probably perform well. As I said, Stephen Finn will make a big difference. As you know, Stuart Broad has not been really getting the pieces, in the sense he has not been able to pick the pieces. He has been really struggling on Indian wickets. He really needs to hit a good line and length. And Stephen Finn's, if at all, if he comes back, I think Stephen Finn will greatly strengthen the team, and now the morale would have been definitely boosted for England after actually winning against India. So what Stephen Finn can do, as I said, with his height, he can generate some very good bounce. Even on this track where he played in Mumbai, I was told it was not a good track. It was a sleepless track, and he generated bounce. So that's what tall people are capable of. If you're a tall bowler, you can do that. You can even on a pitch like which is as dead or which is not really conducive, you still can surprise the batsman with some bounce just because of the height. So, well, dear fans, I don't have anything else to share. I think it's time for me to end up this cricket show for today. Unfortunately, it has been a bit short, but as I said, the interesting day's play coming up on the fourth day at the P. Sara Stadium here at the P. Sara Oval between Sri Lanka and New Zealand. Keep an eye on them. I'll be back with more tomorrow. There's not much, I don't think there's anything else to really share. Thanks for your support and thanks for your continued encouragement towards the cricket show. This is your host Ram saying goodbye for today. See you all tomorrow. Thank you.